The average person makes 35,000 decisions every single day, and researchers found that by evening, your ability to make good decisions drops by almost 50%. That is not laziness, that is biology. And every single shopping app on your phone knows exactly what time to send you a notification. That is what this video is about. Not budgeting, not cutting lattes, the actual reason your brain spends money before you even realize what happened. I want you to think about someone you know. Smart person, good job, knows exactly where their money goes, and still, every month somehow, there is less left than there should be. No big purchases, no obvious mistake, just gone. That person might be you. It was definitely me for longer than I want to admit. Because here is the thing nobody tells you about overspending. It is almost never about money. It is about what is happening inside your head in the seconds before you buy something. Meet Alex, software engineer, decent salary, not a careless person at all. But every Friday evening after a brutal week at work, he would open his phone, find something to buy, and feel better for about 20 seconds. New headphones, a jacket he did not need, a gadget that looked interesting at 11 p.m. He was not broke, but he was not building anything either. Month after month, the numbers just never moved. Alex did not have a spending problem. Alex had a stress problem that spending was temporarily solving, and that difference matters more than almost anything else in personal finance. Here is what is actually happening in your brain when you buy something. The moment you decide to purchase, your brain releases dopamine, same chemical that fires when you eat something you love, when you win something, when someone texts you back. It is your brain's reward signal. But here is the part that changes everything. The dopamine does not come from having the thing. It comes from getting the thing. The tap, the click, the swipe, the moment of yes. That is the hit. Which is why the shoes sit unworn in your closet. Which is why the subscription goes unused for 4 months. Your brain already moved on. It is not interested in the thing anymore. It is looking for the next moment of getting. You are not buying products. Your brain is buying the feeling of anticipation over and over again. Now think about the last time you opened a shopping app. What did you see immediately? A countdown timer. Low stock warning. 12 other people viewing this right now. Sale ending in 3 hours. Every single one of those things is doing one job, triggering your brain's scarcity response. When your brain believes something is about to disappear, rational thinking slows down. Urgency takes over. These are not accidents. These features were designed by teams of behavioral scientists whose entire job is to get you to that purchase moment before your thinking brain catches up. You are not up against your own weakness, you are up against an entire industry. But there is a layer underneath all of this that is harder to talk about, and I think it is the most important one. A lot of overspending is not about wanting things, it is about feeling things. Stressed at work, so buying something small feels like taking back control. Feeling invisible, so something new feels like treating yourself the way the world should be treating you, but is not. Bored at midnight, so the cart fills up just to feel something happening. Psychologists call this emotional spending, and the research is very clear. The less in control someone feels emotionally, the more likely they are to spend impulsively. Not because they are irresponsible, because their brain found a fast, easy, socially acceptable way to feel better for a few minutes. No budget fixes that. You cannot out-spreadsheet an emotional habit. The numbers are not the problem. So what actually works? 1. The 24-hour pause. Not a punishment, just a gap. When the urge hits, give it 1 day. Most of the time, the urgency dissolves completely. The dopamine spike passed. The item no longer feels necessary. This single habit has more impact than any budgeting app I have ever seen. 2. Name the feeling before the purchase. Not what do you want to buy? What are you actually feeling right now? Stressed, bored, lonely, proud of yourself and wanting to celebrate. Naming it does not make the urge vanish, but it pulls you out of autopilot, and autopilot is where almost all impulse spending lives. 3. Add friction. Remove saved card details from your browser. Delete shopping apps from your home screen. Studies show that even tiny inconveniences dramatically reduce impulse purchases. Your brain wants the path of least resistance. Make that path something other than spending. Alex from earlier did not make a stricter budget. He started asking himself one question every time he felt the urge to buy something after work. What am I actually trying to fix right now? Sometimes the answer was stress, sometimes boredom, sometimes he just wanted to feel like the week was not wasted. Once he could see it clearly, the purchase usually lost its power. Within 3 months, he had saved more than he had in the entire previous year. Same salary, same life, different awareness. Spending money is not the enemy. Money is for living. The goal is never to spend less for the sake of suffering. The goal is to spend on things that actually matter to you, on purpose, not on impulse, not chasing a dopamine hit that disappears in 20 seconds. You are smarter than your spending habits suggest. You just needed to know what was actually driving them. Now you do.